So we got to talk about this one right here for the Indiana Fever. We got to talk about this from the Indiana Fever. For me, this is one of those things where I'm like, every day getting rid of Justine Pissott looks worse. And again, I'm not saying Justine Pissott would make a difference today. I'm not saying that Justine Pissott would make a difference this year. I'm not saying any of that because I don't think she would. I don't think Justine Pissott is ready for 2026. But if you've been watching her play for the Aces, there are still flashes. Even though she hasn't played a lot. She hasn't played a lot of minutes. She hasn't looked good other than her debut. There's been still some flashes of what Pissott can do. But Dantas is now done. She's not even able to travel with the team with a knee injury. That's not good. The last player who was so injured they couldn't travel was Chloe Bibby. And her knee injury, she was out for 2/3 of the season. And yes, I understand the Indiana Fever said it was nothing and just normal swelling and she couldn't suit up. But she was out for most of the EuroLeague season. Dantas got hurt the day they got rid of Justine Pissott. The day they got rid of Pissott. The Fever, by the way, had the ability to match. You know the way it was the Fever have 48 hours to match for Justine Pissott? And then they announced they weren't going to do it. That was the last day Dantas ever saw the floor. Is a Paige jersey, yeah. I'm playing in a summer league where we have to wear white, and it's one of the only white jerseys I own. It is one of those things now where is live, yeah. Where why did they keep Dantas? Obviously, Caitlin's gonna be probable for the whole year. Why do we have to note that Bree Hall is probable? She's on a dev contract. Damiris Dantas taking a valuable roster spot. Yeah, just fire her and make her an assistant coach. Dantas not with the team. They kept 11 players instead of Pissott. Why do you still dance on the team? She's not with the team. Even when she's with the team, she's injured. Even when she's not injured, she doesn't play. Even when she does play, she sucks. Yeah. It is very true. And look, I think in general, Damiris Dantas seems like a lovely human being. And yeah, she's had really bad luck when it comes to injuries. Both of those points are factually correct. When it comes to Damiris Dantas, it is not always her fault. Yes, obviously, it does look like why is we picking on Dantas? I'm sorry, we are this is part of a team that we support, and she sucks. I'm sorry, it happens. That happens. I'm gonna be real here. If you are the Indiana Fever, fuck it. Grace Berger was better to have kept than Damiris Dantas. I don't even care. Play Raven at center for all I care. It is one of these things. It is genuinely one of these things where I'm I'm just looking at it and seeing the team and thinking, how exactly did you go into the offseason watching KK Timpson ride the end of the bench for a EuroLeague team and see her 21-year-old 6'5" athlete shooter starting center while Dantas is playing for Bottas in Turkey, one of the worst teams in the Turkish league, and deciding we're going to take the old, slow, non-shooter and we're going to leave the potential all-star 6'5" athlete. And I get it. Obviously, Chikova has tore her ACL. But you can't even use that excuse anymore because Dantas is hurt. Dantas is hurt. The first thing they did in the offseason was re-sign Damiris Dantas. It was the first thing we heard. While they were trying to get everyone, the first thing this team did was re-sign Damiris Dantas. It was the first thing they did. It's a double hit because she doesn't play and has no trade value. What is she there for? I don't know. She seems like a nice human being. If that's the case, hire her as an assistant coach. Bring her in as an assistant coach. And for saying, do I read these comments? Yes, I respond to everyone. But still, bring her in as an assistant coach or something. She is like 6th in the depth chart. I'm sorry, she's worse than Grace Van Sloten. She is a worse player. She is a worse player than Grace Van Sloten. And yeah, it's one of those things now where I'm like, I can't believe they've done this. The Fever are too loyal and need better coaching. Sedona Prince. Fuck it. At this stage, I'd take Sedona Prince. Sedona Prince stinks, but I'd take Sedona Prince at this stage. Why do I hate Dantas? I don't like. Let's be very clear. She's terrible at basketball. She seems like a lovely human being. She's always injured. She's slow. She plays no defense. She's a shooter who can't shoot. She's not a great passer. She is directly at fault for minimum 2 turnovers a game while Caitlin Clark's on the floor. She doesn't run up and down the floor very fast. She doesn't get back on defense. There are times where she plays fake defense in the halfway line and gives up an open layup just so it appears she's playing defense. It's one of those things where they actually I really, really don't know what exactly the Fever are doing. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know what way they're going about this, and I don't know what the outcome of this is, of what they're doing is going to be, and why they did it in the first place. They should have spent a whole season scouting for players. Sedona has multiple allegations. Yeah, so do half of this fucking league. Let's be real. Ashlyn Watkins is being mocked to the Fever next year. No team is going to have an issue drafting Ashlyn Watkins. No team has had an issue signing Brittany Griner. So I get it. You don't want to sign anyone that's controversial, but fuck it. I say I have a league, but there's enough people in the WNBA with allegations. Bring in Liz Kitley for all I care. Literally anyone. She's not even with the team. She's not even with the damn team. But yeah, Diamond Miller, the Fever can't. There's no way they can match contracts with Diamond Miller unless it's giving up Lexi. But yeah, it is a weird one. Damiris fucking Dantas. Oh my god! Why? Everything with this. She's never played as we've seen. When she's with the team, she's injured. When she's not injured, she doesn't get on, and when she gets on, she's terrible. It's very true.